If there is one band I need you guys to put on your radar, it is Die Spitz. Today, we are diving into their brand new release that I have been counting down the days for, Something to Consume. Hello everyone, welcome back to Pretty in Punk. My name is Fiona. I am your host and girly girl guide to the world of punk, rock, and everything in between. And as I said, we are diving into Austin's own Die Spitz and their brand new debut full-length release, Something to Consume. Already, I've been listening to this album a lot, and I'm very excited to dive into my thoughts and feelings on this album. And I hope that when this episode is all said and done, you guys have a brand new album to add to your playlists. While I have talked about this band previously, I have yet to do a full album review on this band, and I'm excited to just dive deeper. So if you are new to Die Spitz, they are a 4-piece band from Austin, Texas. The band is comprised of Chloe, Ellie, Kate, and Ava, and they absolutely rip. I adore this band so much. Supporting women in the rock scene, especially the underground rock scene, just fuels me, and I adore this band like no other. I've been listening to them now since their EP Teeth, and while they only formed in 2022, they have pretty much become, in my opinion, one of the most exciting bands in the last few years. I'm actually seeing them with Viagra Boys in a couple weeks. I cannot wait. When I saw that they were added to that bill, I was stoked. I feel like their online bio kind of sums them up perfectly, so I just want to read this off here. If the world of rock music were an ice cream shop, the Austin Quartet have sampled each flavor, flipped the freezer over, and started dancing with the employees they helped unionize. That tells you everything, and that is absolutely so true. You're going to hear it here. They play with so many different genres and influences, and this album, I'm excited to dive deeper into it today. Now, before this debut, Die Spitz did have 2 previous releases, Teeth and The Revenge of Evangeline. Teeth especially, that is my personal favorite. It's the first one I listened to. They've also built an incredible reputation on stage. If you haven't seen their Audio Tree live session or their full Bonnaroo set, both you can find online, go watch them. Their energy is great, very infectious energy. They play well off of each other, great facial expressions. They just really have this playful, infectious vibe that make you want to hit the pit immediately. So all that to say, where does Something to Consume fit in? Already off the bat, I feel like this is their boldest, most polished work yet. It still has that grit and that scrappiness, but it's more mature, maybe even a little bit more ambitious and willing to experiment with different genres without losing their signature Die Spitz identity. Sonically, this album is all over the map, but in the best way. You have hints of punk, pop punk, hardcore, grunge, even hints of metal. Die Spitz really, they're not afraid to color outside of the lines. This album is loud, it's polished, but still has that chaotic edge. It's everything. Lyrically, there are threads of obsession, empowerment, love, and even critiques on American consumerism. It really has it all. And the band themselves has even described this album as fighting against the inescapable consumption that surrounds life. That theme of being consumed by politics, by love, by obsession, it really runs through the whole record. Compared to their past work, I would say production-wise, it is noticeably sharper and polished. Will Yip handled the production over at Studio 4, and you can really hear that well-balanced mix of polish and raw grit. It still has that underground raw feel, but you can just tell that the knobs have really been turned with care and thought. As you guys know, I love a track-by-track breakdown, so I think we need to break down the songs because each one kind of has its own flavor and its own vibe, and I'm ready for it because I have a lot to say about these tracks. One thing I really adore about this band is that they switch on and off vocalists, and that is something that you are going to hear a lot about and hear about all of their different vocal tones and qualities, and I'm excited to dive into that as well. The album opens with pop punk anthem Sorry for the Delay. Ava opens the album with vocals that shift from very soft and emotional to raw and gritty. Her voice is unlike any other. It just has that raw grit in it that I love. It starts slow but then explodes into this pop punk anthem, and I think it's a perfect album opener and just gives you a hint as to what is to come next. The opening track flows perfectly into track number 2, Voir Dire. It's a great back-to-back listen, and this is when we have Chloe step up to the mic. This one grabbed me instantly. Her voice is light yet powerful, paired with this acoustic and electric mixture. And as I said, it just flows so seamlessly from the opener. And to me, this is a standout track and already one of my personal favorites. Track number 3, Ellie is up to the mic. Throw yourself to the sword. This one was a single that was released, and I've been listening to this single nonstop, anticipating this album, and it definitely got me so hype for what was to come. It's so gritty. It's so effortless. I love Ellie's vocals on this one so much. She just has that like powerful edge. I adore it, and the palm muted guitar and the infectious energy definitely make it a favorite of mine as well. It's definitely on the harder side, both musically and vocally, and if you're looking for that vibe, this is the track for you. Track number 4, which I'm not going to say the name of because YouTube is going to be funny about that. Ava is back with what I think is probably one of the catchiest choruses on the album. Seriously, have had this chorus stuck in my head the whole week. The opening riff is killer, and I would go as far as to say that this is my second favorite track overall. Coming up next, track number 5, we have Sound to No One. Ellie is back on the mic and delivers dark, breathy vocals over these looming riffs and heavy bass, and at first, I didn't love this one, but now I really appreciate that it has this mysterious cinematic vibe. It's definitely one that I could hear over a scene in a movie. I could totally see it in a film one day, and I actually did come to appreciate this one, though it wasn't my complete vibe at first. Track number 6, Go Get Dressed, is a slower, almost haunting track. Ava's vocals are really beautiful here. While she can have those super raw, gritty vocals, it's nice to hear her vocals like this as well. And while this song personally isn't my personal go-to compared to the rest of the album, I definitely like how it shifts the album's pace a little bit. And I think that it was the perfect time to have that slower, haunting edge because we've had a few hard-hitting tracks already. Next up is Red 40, and this one I could not wait to hear just based on the title alone. I don't know any songs with this name, so I was excited to hear what it was going to entail, and we have Ava again bringing the pure punk energy. The riff is so addictive, the vibe is upbeat and fun, and it's definitely one of the most immediately enjoyable tracks. I think it's going to be a super fun one live. Coming up next, Riding With My Girls. This is another one I couldn't wait to hear after seeing the teaser online on their Instagram. Ellie is back with her signature gritty, shouty vocals, what she does incredibly well, and the song feels like its title, like a chaotic, high-speed chase. I could definitely see it in a movie or TV show scene like this. I think it would fit in perfectly with that, and go watch the music video. It makes this song even better. One thing about Die Spitz, they have been putting out some great music videos to accompany this album. And on to track number 9, Punishers. We have Chloe back on the mic after kind of a long gap of Ava and Ellie switching off, and her airy vocals are the perfect contrast to kind of a grungier instrumental. The I know hook has been stuck in my head for days. This one also has a music video that I really love. It's a really tight, polished track. I'm a huge fan of this one. This is an album standout for sure, and they made the right choice of making this one a single for sure. Second to last song, Down on It. This is a super catchy track. The opening, like, "Hey Mr." line pulled me in right away. I couldn't wait to see where it would go after this and what the vibe of the song would be. The instrumental bridge to me is especially strong on this one. To close out this album, we have A Strange Moon / Selenophilia, and Chloe closes out the album on this very moody cinematic note. I think her very melancholy vocals pair well with the gritty undertones of the song. It's a very powerful but also atmospheric ending, and while this isn't one of my favorites on the album, I think that it really brings the feel of the album full circle. What I love most about this track list and this band as a whole is that they do showcase all of the different vocalists, and I love that the first 3 tracks on this album showcase someone different on vocals. We have Ava, Chloe, and Ellie, so you immediately get a sense of the band's range and personality and what each person brings to the mic and to the table, and how they kind of have a different feel and a different style in their vocals and their songwriting as well. I think it's really, really interesting, and it just shows the range of everyone in this band. So who do I think this record is for? Honestly, I think Die Spitz as a whole, but also this album as a whole, is for anyone who loves rock in any form, whether you are into punk, whether you're a metalhead, a grunge fan, or just into more alternative rock, even hardcore, pop punk. There is a track in here that will hook you, because this band takes elements of all of those genres, puts it in a blender, and pours it out into an incredible album. Compared to their past work, I would say that it's easily their most polished, mature, and ambitious release. The riffs and the drums especially. The vocals are next level, all 3 on vocals. It just takes it up a notch, and what makes Die Spitz so special to me is that they let each member shine, and the different voices constantly keep the album fresh. My top 3 favorite tracks have to be Voir Dire, Throw Yourself to the Sword, and Riding with My Girls. To me, while this whole album is so strong, even the tracks that I might skip on a re-listen, these to me really stand out to me. So you may be wondering, what is my final rating? I personally would give this album an 8.5 out of 10. Why that rating? Something to Consume exceeded my expectations wholeheartedly. It is ambitious, but it's polished and it's versatile. It has it all. It is a huge statement for Die Spitz. To me, this album really encapsulates what modern rock really is. It's not confined to just one sound. It is a bold mashup of genres, inspirations, and eras. It pulls from punk, metal, grunge, acoustic rock, and it has ranges from harsh and gritty screams to softer emotional deliveries. It has it all in one really great package, and what keeps it from being a perfect 10 for me is that a couple tracks just aren't my personal taste. Go Get Dressed isn't a style I typically gravitate towards, and Sound for No One, it definitely took a listen or two to completely have it click for me. So this, for me, keeps it from being a no skips album. But overall, it is relentless, it is genre bending, it's emotional, but it's also fun, and I think Die Spitz right now are underrated trailblazers carving out a future of rock on their own terms. So I want to hear from you. Have you listened to Something to Consume? Do you love it? What are your critiques? What are your thoughts? I would love to know, because I'm really enjoying this album. And if you've seen them live or are going to see them live, I would love to hear your thoughts on that as well. But all that to say, that is all for my Something to Consume album review. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to follow along, you can follow me at Pretty in Punk Pod on Instagram and TikTok. You can also listen to the podcast on all streaming platforms, as well as YouTube for video versions. I really hope that you give Die Spitz and their album Something to Consume, as well as their whole discography, a listen. I adore this band. I think you guys will too if you haven't checked them out yet. Support the hell out of them. Grab some merch, stream their music, buy their albums in physical form, and go see them live. You will not regret it. I'm pumped. I can't wait. But for now, I will see you next time in the next episode.